Hey, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy, Staz, the Italian Stallion, aka ESPN Staz, because I'm bringing it to you like a highlight, you feel me? We right here in Los Angeles, Van Nuys to be exact. We in the legendary Playback LA studio for another Definition of Active interview. I got a special guest in the building, man. Talented artist, talented singer, I should say, platinum producer, a dog dad extraordinaire, you know what I mean? Great runner as well, athlete, you feel me? I got Austin Sexton in the building.
Thanks for having me, bro.
My dog.
You need to know, like, I've been actually really looking. Like, you know how you said you were doing your homework? I've been doing my homework too, bro. So
okay.
I got a couple of things for you, bro, because it's like I'm trying to be active with AZ.
Okay.
So, even though you're out here in LA. So, but yeah, thanks for having me on, bro.
No doubt, man. It's all love when I come to LA, man. And I think, you know, like people in AZ, people in, you know, Denver, Southwest area that are, you know, watching this need to know, you know, Austin Sexton, the person and the creator, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you've been doing a lot of shit. Major shit.
Yeah, bro. It's between, you know, I just set up with my two other business partners. We just put together a production house called All In, and we signed 3 artists, which is pretty cool. Running this facility, we originally started in Santa Barbara. The studio itself has been here for 15 years, but down in LA here for 5. My own artistry stuff, producing for God knows how many people that you know, Alexis. But you guys know him as Maj. Like, it's so funny that like people call him out there Maj, and then out here he's known as Alexis, because it's like for me, it's like I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Pennsylvania, and like people say, you know, soda or pop. Yeah. So it's like you guys call him Maj, I call him Alexis. It's like it's funny.
I call him the Big Yeheesker.
Big Yehesker. He's definitely a character.
Hell yeah. So you know, before we, you know, go a little bit in depth, Playback LA, man.
Yeah.
Katy Perry.
Yep.
You know, I see the Godfather up there, the Godfather plaque.
Yep.
You know, who have been some people in here that you can recall, you know, and how big has this been for, like, you know, music and entertainment?
So when we were in Santa Barbara, first and foremost, it should be known that like I started at the studio as a paying client. So like I said, I'm from Pennsylvania. I came into Playback as a paying client. Was doing like the singer-songwriter thing at the time, acoustic guitar, all of that. Eventually worked my way into the company, working underneath Daniel Marquez, OT, who's my business partner now. But some of the bigger names, first of all, you did do your homework. You know, you did the Katy Perry. That's dope. So what you don't know is Travis Scott, when we were in Santa Barbara, came up there, and that's where Antidote was recorded.
Wow.
A lot of the rodeo stuff was recorded at Playback with Metro coming in, Mustard coming in. So we have plaques that are finally cleared now that we're going to be getting for our walls. It's the one thing that we don't have in the studio is all of our plaques, because they're with the original owner on the East Coast. But yeah, Travis Scott, Metro Boomin, DJ Mustard, Katy Perry is our real claim to fame with all of her Double Diamond stuff. So our studio's got that. But then like we have a lot of really dope LA artists that come through, like Smoke Perp's been here a lot. I recorded Charli D'Amelio here, which was a crazy cool experience. Bro, it's so far few in between, like off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, we've had some majors in here for sure.
Incredible. And I forgot to mention Engineer. Yeah. You know, obviously big time Engineer. And I saw that you've been doing some work with Twee, right?
Yep, done work with Twee. Yeah, she's been here.
She's big.
Yeah, it's crazy. She's really blown up over the last like year and a half, 2 years. She's doing super numbers now. I'm proud of her. I'm still close with a lot of people on her team. Still talk to CR, and obviously I don't know if you do your research, but you would know Cook, all those guys. So yeah, I don't actively work with her a lot these days, but we've done a lot of work due to our mutual friend. His name's Nico Blitz. He's a big, you probably know Nico from...
Nico Blitz with Fula Kev.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Nico, crazy. So Nico had a whole platform before he was doing his podcast with his girl and everything. It was called The Lunch Table. And when I was playing on the streets back in Santa Barbara, his old business partner found me, she put me onto him, and him and I just stayed locked in. And I've got a lot more about Nico, but I actually have a project that I'm dropping here very, very shortly. It's going to be spur of the moment. It's called Light Skin Radio. Plugging it right now. Light Skin Radio. Our tag is In Your Feelings. We've got you covered. And yeah, Nico's actually the host of that with me, because it's like a whole radio. It's like play on radio. It's like a 30-minute drive at 9 kind of vibe. So,
got it. That's dope. Shout out to Nico Blitz, man. I haven't met you, man, but obviously, you know, I was just talking with Eric LaRock,
Yeah.
photographer, yesterday, and we're just explaining to him, like, yo, you know, what you and Kev are doing, you know, Nico and all that is very motivational and very inspiring to see that, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm trying to do with AZ Way Too Active, you know what I mean?
It's dope. You know, it's funny with all the AZ dudes, like, I didn't get a chance to do it with you, but like when I first meet people from AZ, like my whole thing is I like to go on Google Maps and look up places.
Yeah.
And like, so when I first met Kev, I was like, yeah, you know, I was born and raised in Phoenix. He's like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, you know, I was right out by Scottsdale, but you know, after a while, you know, I'd be on Indian school, you know, driving down the road and shit, you know. People are like, wait, what?
Indian school? What's that?
The road? I guess there's like some road. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, well, I'm saying people are like, what the fuck is Indian school?
Yeah. But they wouldn't say that because like I'm not hip to the lingo, you know what I'm saying? But like I'll look shit up just to fuck with people. You know?
Yeah.
So I was doing that to the homie Cyrus. Like,
Cyrus.
Yeah, he was going through it. He was like, no, there's no way. So yeah, that was my shit.
Indian school is a major road.
Yeah.
And crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Crazy, man. But yeah, it's really hot out there now, you know, so the weather's definitely different out here. It's a great change.
I mean, it's just you guys are used to dry heat. I don't know how it is out there, but everybody's just wearing hoodies out here, even though it's 100 degrees. But it's because most of the time you're inside. It's like there's AC and shit.
Yeah,
so.
hell yeah.
Which was a major requirement for you to come here. So.
Yeah. Nah, we've been moving, man, all weekend and shit. Some of the places have been, you know, pretty steamy.
Yeah. Bro, you gotta get the work in where it goes.
But we grinding.
I feel that.
Hell yeah. So when I say platinum producer,
yes.
If somebody goes to your Instagram page, they see platinum producer.
Yes.
What is platinum? What made you go platinum as a producer?
Okay.
Which artist?
SuperDuperKyle.
SuperDuperKyle.
Yes.
Wow.
Kyle now. But the way that works is, so me and another producer named Sonny Norway, a good friend of mine, we worked on a record called To the Moon. And To the Moon was Kyle's first single off of his original first label signing album called Light of Mine.
But is this before I Spy With My Little Eye?
That was the same album.
Same album.
So
okay.
because that record is attributed to that, which is probably a double platinum record by now with Yachty.
Oh, yeah.
And it had Playing With Me featuring Kalani.
With Kalani,
yeah. Because that record did so many numbers, the fact that I have production credits on there, RIAA attributes everything to anybody that's associated. You know, so it's like, even if, you know, this isn't the thing, but like if I had one stream on an album and another song had 150 billion and it won a Grammy, my one stream got me a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah, so shout out to Sonny because Sonny was a part of Kyle's camp. He produced Kyle's whole original catalog. And that's my guy. So that's the reason I can, you know, run those credits. And I mean, you got to. You know how it is. It's like everything out here is, it's LA. Everything's face value.
Hell yeah, definitely.
So if people ask me what I do, it's like, I work in a studio, I'm a platinum producer, I like to run, and I've got a dog. You know?
Yeah, no, that's a good thing to say to people, you know. But you're an artist as well.
Yeah, man.
You know, I was asking around, does he do any rapping? No, he's a singer.
Yeah.
Austin Sexton, the artist, the singer, man. The Girls Like You record.
Yeah.
You know, I've been listening to that with Alexis and Maj. You know, most recent record that you've released.
Yeah.
How's that been received? You know, since it's dropped?
Received really well, and I think the reason it's received well is because number one of the feature with Alexis, but it's the fact that I think as a producer and an artist, I'm able to push an artist that's with me to a whole different space. So, like for instance, with Alexis, on his last album, I had Liquor Tastes Better on there. I had the Goddamn record. I had a record called T and half of this record called Interesting Hours, right? And I like to try to take artists, when I first heard Alexis, or it was because of a homie Demrick who comes here a lot, and him and Alexis have some records. So Alexis came through, and I actually hit Alexis up for a feature.
Really?
Originally. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, yo, bro, like, we've been in the same studio, like, you want to do a song? So he came through, and that started that relationship. But when I first heard him, I was like, bro, like, it's bigger than what you're doing right now. You know, it's bigger than, like, trap beats and, like, trying to talk about, you know, like, emo shit. Like, I look at dude and I'm like, yo, you're a full-blown pop star. You know what I'm saying? And I make pop music. You know, like, it might not be everybody's taste, but, like, I like taking R&B and put it on like top 40 pop type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like hearing his voice on something like that is like a good yin to the yang, you know what I'm saying? Because you're taking a dude that's normally in a trap space and you're putting him on a pop record. That's why shit like that works. So it was received well.
Yeah, and like me and my partner were talking about $1 million music.
Yeah.
You know, not just shit that'll go on a playlist.
Yeah.
This is $1 million music you guys are recording.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know? It's like it's the type of thing where it's like you develop a cult following that way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not a here today, gone tomorrow. It's like I like to build bodies of work with people.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to piggyback on that. Why do you think you and the Biggie Heesker click so well? Why do you think you have that chemistry? Like, what makes that bond and creativity so special for you and him?
I would say it's three things. I would say first, the first couple times him and I recorded, he had told me some things about the way he's used to recording, and he didn't like the fact that I was just cool with him doing whatever. I would tell him no all the time. I would actively be like, that's not good. I wouldn't say trash, but I'd be like, do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again. Do it again. And he actually would get like, I mean, you know, he gets on the sauce. He'd be like, yo, what the fuck, bro? And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, sing it better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's probably me pushing him to be a better artist. So that'd be one. Two is getting him outside of his comfort zone on the stuff that he is used to recording on. And three is I can keep up on a bottle of Jameson.
Yeah. Shit, Jameson.
I'd like to think so.
Jameson's good.
Yeah.
You know, good whiskey for sure. So as far as Austin Sexton, the artist, man, you know, what do you have planned, you know, for the upcoming future? You know, what do you want to accomplish as an artist?
So I'm a Gibson guitar endorsed artist, and right now I have a pack of songs that I want to release at the end of summer called Light Skin Radio. Girls Like You is on it. The song, two other ones that I dropped, Can't Go Falling in Love with Jack Newsom and How's It Feel with Jay McKenzie are on there.
That's a good one. How does it feel? I love that record too.
Yeah.
Actually, I like that better than Girls Like You.
Yeah, it's a really good record.
That's a dope record.
It's so, like, the thing is like I haven't, one thing you need to do as an artist, talking right to the camera, you need to put money behind your music. So a lot of people just think it's like you're going to put something out there in the world and it's going to change.
Yeah.
Fuck no, it's not. There's 60,000 plus getting uploaded to Spotify every day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what makes you different than anybody else in the world.
Yeah.
I didn't put any money behind myself because right now I'm producer first. I'm just feeding my like inner thing that I need to be an artist by just dropping things. And I'm starting to put money behind it now. But I'm working on a project that I'm going to be releasing through Gibson Guitar because they have Gibson Records now.
Yeah.
And they're going to fully back it. So I have a couple, it's a 5-pack.
That's great.
I'm going to try and do it October, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's planned for myself. Like I said, the production house that I've started, anything that I might get on with the girls that we've signed. But other than that, man, it's like trying to play as many shows as possible. I'm trying to finish up a bunch of records right now, like I said. And the biggest thing with that for me is like, I know you work with a plethora of artists, but it's like the live show. For me, I use a full band.
Yeah.
You know, so it's more than just, I'm not saying it's like DJ and 2-track and all that stuff, but it's like, it's a lot of rehearsals and making sure that everything's right and drops and like transitions and stuff. So,
hell yeah.
And like my keyboardist, my old roommate, Corey Fells, he goes by Corey Keys. You know, he's been out with Sam Smith. He was the keyboard for Sam Smith. My buddy Julian Garcia. He's played on numerous records with Legion and Abaddon and, you know, all those guys. Like, to get them on a schedule to be able to go in and practice, like, it's hard, you know. So
yeah, I've seen Keys in you know, in your stories a lot, you know, and with you and Alexis doing a lot of, you know, acoustic videos and stuff like that. He's very talented.
Oh, he's so good.
For sure.
There's very few people that can play like he can to invoke the emotion that he gets.
Yeah. And would you say being, you know, the producer and engineer, would you say that helps as well with, you know, some people, you know, that you're working with as far as producer and engineer? Hey, did you know I work as an artist too? You know, check out my song, you know, check out my record.
I think you need to know your role and know your place, because like doing engineer work is strictly for bread.
Yeah.
Just full transparency. You know what I'm saying? Like, to make any artist who thinks that they're just like gonna live off of being an artist, if you're independent, like, unless you're touring, selling merch and all that stuff, like, realistically, like, you're probably working a job or you're trapping.
Yeah.
Because this shit's not sustainable.
Yeah.
to just be an artist and not do anything else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I produce to make bread. I engineer to make bread. That fuels the artistry. And also I do a lot of stuff with sync, which is TV and film. You know what I'm saying? Like that helps the artistry. You can't just do the one. You need everything. And if someone says that they're a full-blown artist, I'm telling you right now, they got less than 30,000 followers, they don't got merch on their shit, and they're not touring, they're trapping on God. So, and you know, and prove me wrong, please. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but if I'm engineering, my role is to be the engineer. My role is to get the best take out of somebody. My role is to make sure that the levels are set on the tube tech, on the LA2A, like whatever I need to capture that moment and put it down and give like a nice little mix to them so that they're happy with it. And the lines get blurred sometimes because they want to ask how you feel about it. Like, oh, what do you think about that take? And if I'm being paid to be the engineer, like there needs to be a producer in the room.
Yes.
Because the producer should be answering that question, not me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm answering that question, I need double the rate. So,
exactly.
So it all depends. But if a lot of times like I play like a hybrid role where it's like I'll charge somebody a rate and I'll sit there and I'll engineer the record, I'll produce the record. I'll actually send them demos of records beforehand. So all they got to do is come in and cut. I'm talking like write the record, produce the record. All they got to do is go in that room. I'm going to record it. I'm going to do all your harmonies for you, tell you how to sing it, and give you a final product. And OT is going to mix it and master it. We're all going to do it here. You know what I'm saying? So I charge a certain rate so that I can be able to do that. But if I'm just engineering, like, I don't really say nothing because I'm there to hit record.
Got you. Got you. And speaking about writing, you do write for artists, don't you?
Yes.
You do write. You know, who have been some, people that you've written for?
Artists here and there. I would say if I'm in on a session, it's mostly to be the producer and help out with vocal tracking. A lot of times, especially when it comes to label situations, writers are coming in, especially if you're with, any major label session you go to is going to have an engineer there and probably 2 or 3 writers, so that not one writer feels like they need the entire. They're not doing all the work, and the artist. So a lot of times I'm in there as the producer or engineer. It's rare that I go in as a writer. Got a couple Sabrina Claudio cuts with Alexis's stuff. I like to do hooks for Alexis because I think that he's really, really good at talking his shit and telling his truth in verses. Because it's like, I want to give you a really, really simple hook that you can remember. You know what I'm saying? And then talk your shit in the verse. You know what I'm saying? Run all that in the verse. So, and a lot of times if I'm doing the writing, it's for artists that I'm doing like that whole budget work with.
Got it.
But this other girl too, her name's Ava Clark. I've
heard of her.
So good, bro. She's just turned 18.
Wow.
She's gonna be out there. Give it a year. Give it a year.
Hell yeah. A year with you behind her? Shit.
I mean, her first song that she dropped with me and this other dude, Corey Martin, who actually did Liquor Tastes Better with me for Alexis, like first month, like 342,000 streams.
Wow.
And still going.
Still going. Yeah. Incredible.
So we got a couple more that she's going to drop here shortly. So.
Got you. Dope shit, man. Dope shit. Go check out, those artists, man. Like I said, crazy numbers on Spotify. You heard it, man. I heard through the grapevine that you actually have a project with Alexis coming soon. Talk about that.
So what I'll say about that is we probably started it maybe like 8-9 months ago. And I don't want to get into the specifics of it, but I would say that once those songs start coming out, that is the direction that he's going to be going. I think I captured a really dope sound for him. We've got some really dope features already. I mean, it's not too crazy to say, like, we got there's this dude, Trinidad Cardona. He's on it.
Arizona. He's from Arizona.
AZ?
Yep. Glendale, Arizona.
I knew that. Glendale. Born and raised.
Shout out Trinidad Cardona, man. I met him a couple times.
Yeah, Trinidad's on that. We got the Tory Lanez feature. I think that people, right now, think it's a little crazy, but he's been dropping music. Like, for instance, he just dropped that record with, what was that song? Trippie Redd. Trippie Redd. Him and Trippie Redd just dropped a record. And he's got another record that came out. So it's like he's steadily starting to have stuff out. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad look. Got the homie Delion on it. Amazing Spanish artist, Spanish writer. He actually helped. There's a full-blown Spanish song on there that he helped to write. You know, I don't want to go like too in depth with those, but we got some really dope names on it. And I think it's like one of my favorite things that I've ever produced for anybody.
Really?
Because it started out as like him and I just getting cool. Because like I said, I originally wanted him for a verse, and then it just ended up being me and him being friends. So we just ended up on this like 2-week bender, bro, of just like he come in here every day like 3 o'clock, bring the Jamie, and we're here till like 2, getting just it's just weird, you know what I'm saying? But like those are the best moments because it's like it's full blown, like we're taking the music and some shit that he's not used to doing, and that's why I think we got so comfortable because like I'm like, yo, we need to do this. He's like, bro, I don't know. I'm like, yo, fucking try this shit, bro. And he's like, that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it started as a bender that ended up being a really dope body of music, and all of the demos are done. We probably still have 1 or 2 more to do. Then I got to go back, refine, you know, because it's like those were just drunken nights. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the bounces sound fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, some of the best music is created, you know, when you got that vibe going.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I try not to, me personally, I mean, everybody's different. Like, some people like to smoke weed. Some people fucking sip lean, you know, all that shit. Like, I try not to drink and work. I feel like a lot of people, you know, need their vice. I feel like I was always taught to, unless, you know, it's the artist's idea, if you're the producer, you know, just kind of go and do it like with a clear head, you know? So it's like I've never really mixed alcohol or anything like that with creating music because I never need it as a vice, you know? So.
Got you.
But don't get me wrong, I mean, when you sipping it slow, you're good to go. So,
yeah. Okay. So I'm going to throw something at you, man.
Throw it at me, bro.
Good sex.
Yeah.
Backpage and Viagra.
Yeah, you're doing crazy digging. You're doing crazy digging for that.
Explain what that is for the people who might not know. And what you did with that.
So my very first album ever, it's still on DSPs. It was called Good Sex. It stood for Good Music from Austin Sexton. That's why it's called that. Okay. Now, the marketing that I was doing behind it was I was doing these 90s sitcom things before it was like cool to do those. You know what I'm saying? This is 2016. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just having a DSLR camera like we have, you know, set up here and like making these parody things on Premiere was crazy. It was foreign. It was new, you know? So I'm taking like the 90s sitcom laughs and stuff like that, and I'm making all of these stupid dad sex jokes. Yeah. Because the project's called Good Sex, you know? So there were 2 episodes that we shot. We were gonna do more, but it just like by the time the project came out, I didn't know about just like continuing beating it down people's throats just so they go to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, there was that, I believe that was like the title of one, but like, you know, I had my one friend be like, yo, like, how long until, you know, Good Sex is done? And at the end, I'd say some stupid line like, I don't know, I guess it takes me a while to finish. You know, like, stupid shit like that, you know? Like, how long is this going to be going on for? I don't know, I'm a grower, not a shower. You know? Just like dumb shit, you know? But it was just stupid dad jokes to make people laugh, just to like get you to tune in for an episode. And they were only like, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, but they were fun. You know?
It was funny, for sure. And your partner, OT,
yeah,
he was in one of them.
Yeah, he was in the second one. Yeah,
the second one. Yeah. It was funny.
Yeah, man, that was actually recorded at our old studio
in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, that wasn't the studio. That was in Santa Barbara.
Got you.
Yeah,
dope, man, dope. And also former athlete, basketball player.
Yes. Oh man, I tell people. I think I tell people that I was better than I was.
Really?
You know, I was okay. I would have had a decent jumper. I was able to dunk it one time. These calves don't lie.
Hey, he has some boulders right there.
I got these boulders.
I'm telling you.
I was just before this. I was on a 13-mile trail run up in the mountains of Pasadena, and these things came in handy today. So talk shit all you want on these legs, man. These crazy, crazy.
So did you play college? Were you in travel AAU or?
I did travel AAU as a kid.
Pennsylvania,
yeah.
Okay.
Got to freshman year. I played JV and sat on the bench for varsity. Okay. Sophomore year was 6-man for varsity, and then junior, senior year I went to a bigger school. Didn't really get that much time. Junior year, senior year played a good bit.
Nice. So, that's what's up.
Went to college. I was more of a track guy.
Yeah. So okay.
I was good at high jump, believe it or not.
In college?
High school and college.
High school and college.
Yeah, I was jumping 6'8" and a quarter.
What college? Was D1 or did you go D1 for track or?
It was D2.
D2?
D2.
Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
I was trying, you know. It's called Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but IUP, baby. Shout out Crimson Hawks.
Hey, man, salute to that, man. Shit. NCAA Division II.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
That's fire, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I am ESPN Staz, you feel me? So I like to throw in sports stuff because, you know, that was a part of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, growing up.
Yeah.
For, you know, 19 years.
I'm a massive Lakers fan, so I'm
Lakers?
a massive basketball fan in general. So I got
Yeah.
ESPN on 24/7.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, massive Lakers fan.
Dope.
You guys, so that means you're a Suns fan.
I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, diehard.
Interesting.
Because I'm originally from Chicago.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
feel me? But, you know, I grew up in Arizona.
Yeah.
So I got mad love for the Suns.
Yeah,
the
you
Cardinals
guys
and all.
are looking good. They're looking good. That Bradley Beal, all the vets you got coming in on the men's.
Yeah.
Those are wild.
Now, well, for Suns fans, yeah. For my team, the Bulls, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got some work to do. You feel me?
Yeah,
Chicago Bulls.
I mean, you retained Kobe White. That was cool.
Yeah.
Your center, what the fuck is it?
Vucevic.
Yeah, Vucevic. He's cool.
He's cool, but we
cool.
shouldn't have signed him for that long.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
You know?
y'all be all right. I mean, you got Caruso from us, man. That shit
Yeah.
hurt. But you know what? Alex Caruso walks so Austin Reeves can run. That's the way I look at this shit.
Hey,
Man.
I'm him.
I'm him.
I'm him.
AR-15.
AR-15.
Hillbilly Kobe.
I need the jersey.
Oh, for sure. So, like, I used to, when we won the championship in 2020, y'all want to say the bubble championship, to chip no less. I really wanted the Alex Caruso Black Lives Matter jersey. That should have been fire, but I couldn't get it anywhere.
Yeah. That's funny, man. Well, that's what's up, man. You know, basketball for sure, man. You know, I mean, I think sports, basketball brings motherfuckers together regardless of your music or whatever. You know
Oh,
what
absolutely.
I mean?
That's the one thing that's always on at the studio, bro. You have to produce in a session, you got to engineer a session. As long as there's sports on and motherfuckers know about basketball, like, you could have a conversation about it.
And I bet y'all were going crazy during the playoffs.
Oh, for the Western Conference? Oh, my God.
For the Western Conference Finals.
I mean, I was sick that we got swept.
Recording a record or something, and it's just like, okay, tied up with 20 seconds left.
I was, to be honest with you, like, when we got through that Memphis series, I was like, when we got through Memphis, I knew we could be Golden State.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I knew we could be Golden State because I don't believe that LeBron James loses to Steph Curry in those years without Kevin Durant. You know, I'm a firm believer in that. So I was like, LeBron's finally got a moment where he doesn't have KD on his team, or Steph has KD on his team. So I was like, he's going to show out. Got it in 6. So.
Got you. Hell yeah. That's what's up. So, you know, you know, like you said, you just got back from a super, you know, long run.
Yeah.
I've seen that you actually do a lot of running, and you know, you do running for a great cause.
Yeah.
For military.
Oh, so what I was doing is, like, you know David Goggins, I'm sure you've seen him on IG. So he has this challenge called the 4x4x48. You run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. So I've done that 2 years in a row to raise money because my dad is a veteran. He was in Vietnam. And there's this thing called the Veterans Relief Fund. So it's like veterans who can't pay their bills, and then you help with their mortgages and stuff like that. I raised money for that. So last year we did, I think, 1,100. This year we did like 1,600.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's like I'm trying to get it to grow every year. But, I mean, essentially, like, it starts on a Friday at 8 o'clock at night, and you run 4 hours, and then, you run 4 miles, and then at midnight, 4 miles, 4 a.m., 4 miles, 8 a.m., you do it all the way to Sunday at 4. That shit was tough, bro. Sheesh. And then there was a dude this year who said he was going to give us all this extra money if I ran 2 extra miles at the end. Yeah. So it was 50 miles instead of 48. So obviously I had to do it, but my last run had to be 6 miles. So I was mentally fucked up, bro. But I mean, I got it done, but I dropped to the ground. Literally, bro, there was a pile of dog shit, right? Bro, your boy was so tired, I fucking just collapsed down. My shoulder hit that shit. I just bro, I couldn't move. Nigga just couldn't move, bro. Had to take the shirt off, just said, fuck it, hit the fuck it button, bro. Hit the fuck it button so fast, bro, I just didn't even care. He just had to dump water on me. Bro, I was swimming in Gatorade that night, bro.
Swimming in Gatorade.
Shit was crazy.
I love it, man. That's dope. So, you know, we've been chopping it up, man. You got a lot of knowledge, man. You know, you got a lot of experience, you know, working in the industry. Have you ever thought about maybe later down the road having like a class teaching up and coming producers, up and coming engineers, having like, yo, meet me here at 7 o'clock for an hour.
Yeah.
And I can show you guys how to get started. I can show you how to be efficient, I should say, in a room full of, in a room full of, legends, big artists.
So we kind of do that now. I mean, it's not personally me, it's the studio. Because I think it's...
You personally?
Me personally?
Would you do that?
I would do it under the studio. I don't think I would.
Under the studio?
Because I'm partners here, so there's no... I feel like strengths in numbers. It's like, if you can identify by one name and have a collective of people, because it's like you're better in groups, you're not just good by yourself. 'Cause everybody's like a video game character. It's like you've got, strength here, agility here, or knowledge here, but you can never get everybody to 10. Like, you can't have everything to 10. It's got to be like a little bit lower here. It's like my player on 2K, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'd rather have somebody who's an amazing engineer and somebody who's an amazing writer. Not saying I'm not good at all those things. Like, I think I'm very good, but like, there's always somebody better than you. Like with that trail running shit today, bro. I was like, I went out there to size myself up. I got my ass kicked because there's people that just do that shit all the time. I don't always write records. I'm not always engineering. I'm not always producing, but I'm very proficient at all of them. So I'd rather do it under the studio, have people who were very strong, and maybe I'm the producer and I've got a writer with me, and then there's an artist who's tracking. But we kind of do that now, where we team up. If there's a group here in the Valley, it's an app too. It's called The Watch. So there's a group called the Neighborhood Watch, and it's a series of studios that are all throughout the Valley. And for all of their interns and engineers, we do classes. We were doing them on Fridays, where why would you use a fucking Pultec versus a LA2A for what reasons? And I'm gonna record drums, so like, what EQing do I need to use for the snare, or like top bottoms and stuff like that? And we take them through the whole process of recording from drums to bass to guitars, and then tracking the vocals, doing light mixes and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So we gotta do that here now, which is cool. Me personally, like I said, I would do it under the studio, but I would say maybe I would do it for production.
Production, more than engineering.
More than engineering. Because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, there's so many kids that can just go online, get themselves a template, download it, and as long as you kind of know how to route and kind of know how to like make things sound decent, like you can hit 3 and record somebody. I'm not an advocate for that, and I think that like that actually kind of fucks you up and gets you in trouble. Because like, what happens when the engineers or the artist is like, I need this to sound a certain way, and you don't know how to do it. You just have to record them and drag and drop into the template. But like, if your vocals are overcompressed, how do you change the threshold? If it's too bright, how do I lower some of the 10K? And they're looking at fucking FabFilter and don't know what the fuck they're doing. So
Exactly.
Yeah, but maybe one day. Thought about it.
If y'all need studio time, man, in LA, or if you in Arizona, wanting to expand your horizon, coming out to LA, hit him in the DM, you know what I mean?
I am Austin Sexton.
You feel me? For some studio time at Playback LA.
The Playback, we just changed our Instagram. It is playback Los Angeles.
Playback.Los Angeles, okay. Yeah. Is there a can you book on the website too?
Yeah, you can go to playbackrecording.com.
Okay, nice. So I want to ask you one last, question about the music industry. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've heard or seen it. It's focused more towards hip hop.
Okay.
There hasn't been a top record. There hasn't been a #1 charted hip hop record so far this year. And it's been a lot of talk about hip hop. It hasn't been charting like it used to, and it's not hitting like it used to.
Yeah,
it's just a bunch of artists just dropping shit on Spotify. Why do you think that is?
Well, first, just to get out of the way, I'm pretty sure that Uzi's new tape probably just did go #1 only because it's Uzi.
Yeah, true.
So, excluding that, I would say...
But will it stay #1, you think?
No. I think there's 2 reasons for it, maybe 3. Well, sometimes I just say shit and hope that it comes together. My first thought is that everybody kind of sounds the same. Just no matter what, everybody kind of sounds the same. Or everybody sounds like a watered down version of like the top 10 artists in that genre. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't heard somebody do different ad libs or You know what's kind of crazy? Have you seen that meme that's on IG somewhere? It's this kid who's like I got a box of beans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yo, real talk, when I heard that, I was like, if they really did that right,
Yeah.
that's dope as fuck to me.
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard nobody do that. And it's crazy to say, but I was like, I heard that. I was like, damn, that's like actually really innovative. And people think it's a joke, and it is. Essentially, it really is a joke. But if you could really hone that in, nobody else sounds like that. So whoever that dude is, as much of a meme as he might be, that bro could blow. If he said the right thing over that, name me another person you know who's done that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So the bro could blow, but everybody else sounds the same. So that's why I bring that up, because I was like, damn, if dude would have like really did that shit on beat and didn't do it as a joke, like that shit could have been fucking crazy. And it already went crazy being a joke.
Yeah.
You know? And then the second reason I would say is because of Latin music and world music, bro. I think that Latin and world has opened the door for, or I guess it's really Latin music has opened the door for world music.
It has.
And,
yeah, I agree.
It's like, if you think about it in the same sense as like, everybody in the United States uses an iPhone, right? But you go outside of the US, everybody's using Android.
Yeah.
Everybody outside of the United States listens to world music. We're the only one that's out here fucking, you know, like it's just America.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm sure there it is in other places, but the rest of the world, like that's why Bad Bunny is the biggest artist in the world.
Biggest
like,
artist in the world.
If you look at the top 10, I'm sure maybe 2 to 3 are probably Spanish or Latin or world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a bigger influx of that.
Yeah.
It's like in America, and regardless, like America, like pop music, like most of the people that are here, especially in the Southwest, is of, you know, a Latin descent.
Latin descent, yep.
There's a lot of, you know, Filipino, Vietnamese, Chinese, Asian, like it's very, very, it's not crazy populated like it used to be. In the sense of like where people are actively listening to urban records.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's always going to be a space for that. And a lot of pop music takes from urban.
Yes.
100%. Like pop music is popular music.
Yes.
And popular music is urban music to the majority of the United States. But now that world music has taken like the forefront, like that's why urban is just not doing what it used to, you know? So, I mean, that's why you see Drake getting on Bad Bunny records. That's why you see like the top artists going that way, because they have to run the numbers up.
Yeah.
Contractually.
Exactly. So. They don't want to hear these other, you know, these people. They don't want to hear about, I'm a smoker up with a loud back. You know what I mean?
But like, okay,
they don't want to hear that.
Bad Bunny, I think his last record, whatever the one that has the blue cover, I don't know the name of it. I don't speak Spanish, so it's like I can't really understand. But that record had the Jersey bounce in it, which is that
the Jersey,
and like because that's coming back around. Yeah. But it didn't do that great compared to the other ones. Like I never hear that on the radio.
Yeah.
You know, and I listen to the radio just to kind of see what's being played. You'd never hear that on the radio. But I'll hear his other one, Novia.
That one.
Like that shit goes crazy.
Goes crazy.
But the other one, I never hear it.
Yeah.
But you got every motherfucker out here trying to do some shit with Jersey Bounce right now.
Yeah.
Because it's hot.
Uzi made this song, I Just Want to Rock.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it blew up. And you got people like me out here just trying to listen to dude like, I just got to be fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we're in a weird place, bro. But I genuinely believe like to any artist watching this, like do something different. Like you got to do something that is, make it you and pull from inspo that is like current to like catch people's ears, but do something different because everything out, like there's only 12 notes on a fucking keyboard. So if you're standing there slamming the keys, but you come up with a fucking fire ass melody over that, nobody else is doing that. And maybe people think it's kind of crazy. Maybe people might think that shit's fucking whack. But I'll tell you right now, you do it long enough with everything else that's saturated, like you're gonna get noticed. And someone's gonna be like, that's dope. And then when that one person, when you get that Kim Kardashian out there, or that whoever that influencer, just to be able to back your shit, for that quick moment because no one else is hopping on your way, but they do because they want to be different, you're out of here.
You're out of here.
Yeah.
Northwest, her daughter, put it on her TikTok. Boom.
Yeah, done. Going crazy. Let her hit one dance.
One dance. Yeah.
I don't know none
Crazy.
of that shit. But that's just how it goes, you know.
That's very insightful. You know, that's a very good, very good perception.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Well, yeah, man. I want to, let you have the floor. You know what I mean? Let the people know where they can find you once again, how they can get in contact with you, if they want to get a session in, if they need some beats.
Yeah.
You know, if they want to feature. You know, if they want to work with you, man. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Well, ESPN says thank you for having me. Really appreciate you. Animal Planet Austin, because I got that dog in me. You can find me on IG, Twitter, Threads, all that shit. I am Austin Sexton. All my handles are the same, austinsexton.com. Hit me in the DMs. You want beats, you want some studio time, hit up playback.Los Angeles or hit me direct. Rates ain't changing, so it don't matter. But yeah, man, like anything you guys need, you need an engineer, you need a producer, you need some beats, you want a feature, you want advice on a record, like feel free to reach out too, just for like some criticism and shit, because it's like, I might be harsh, but I'm just giving you real rap from someone who does this shit every day. I mean, like, there's no difference between, Staz and I. I might have a little more experience in one way, he might have a little different experience in another way, but at the end of the day, it's just like, all information is good information. So anything you can learn just to like brush your shit up on, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to reach out.
That's facts, man. This is the definition of active once again, man. It's your boy Staz, the Italian Stallion, aka ESPN Staz, because I'm bringing it to you like a highlight. We at Playback LA in Van Nuys, California, man. I'm with Austin Sexton. You feel me? And we out this bitch. Peace.